Um, Theme number 5. Each major religion recognizes the special significance to its tradition of one or more individuals. Sometimes these are founders identified in some way as responsible for certain essential aspects of the tradition, or indeed its very existence. These figures may be revered as embodiments of the Godhead, as in the case of Jesus or Krishna, or as recipients of a special divine revelation, such as Moses and Muhammad, or as persons who have experienced extraordinary fundamental insights, such as the Buddha and Laozi. The writings of such individuals and the narratives of their lives often form the nucleus of a religion's canon of sacred texts. In addition to founder figures, there is in the most religious an array of individuals who are respected or venerated for their exemplary, I don't think I said that right, lives and teachings. These persons are also sometimes understood as having attained an unusual degree of holiness or enlightenment. Some are leaders, teachers, and guides. Others are celebrated for their heroic virtue, often in the face of persecution. Often a saint, sage, monk, imam, I think that's how you say it, nun, mystic, or guru will be venerated by the entire tradition, but more frequently he or she will be the focus of a smaller group within the broader religious community, or the subject of localized veneration. Okay. Theme number 6. Ethical principles. Enshrined in sacred texts and embodied in the lives of sacred persons are the essential principles of conduct for individuals and for the community as a whole. These principles are often concisely formulated, as with the Ten Commandments of Judaism and Christianity, and the Noble Eightfold Path of Buddhism. Sometimes they are codified from the scriptures, such as the total of 613 commandments that Jewish tradition identifies as the Torah, or Torah, or I don't know exactly how to say that. As a religion develops, disagreements can arise over the application of older principles to new situations. Debates over questions of individual and social morality are often fierce and can lead to schemes and ultimately to the formation of new subgroups within the tradition. Yet each community and sect is earnestly engaged in the task of formulating ethical principles that will enable their adherents to achieve the ultimate objective of the tradition, the attainment of salvation, redemption, enlightenment, and the liberation of the soul. Theme number 7, sacred space. All faiths set apart areas where the earthly and the sacred come together. Temples, mosques, churches, and public and domestic shrines serve as places of communal and private worship. Life rituals such as naming and marriage, and religious education as focal points for festivals and other ceremonies, and as administrative centers for the religious hierarchy. Many traditions develop distinct styles of sacred buildings, often incorporating complex symbolism and the influence of local and regional architecture. Followers of many faiths venerate certain natural features such as mountains, rivers, and springs, and very often the attribution of holiness to such sites is of considerable antiquity, predating the tradition itself. Other sites might be deemed sacred owing to their association with a particular sacred individuals. Every holy place can become a destination for pilgrims. Okay, I'm going to do theme 8. Theme number 8, sacred time. All religious traditions acknowledge certain times of the day, the year, the human life cycle, even history as sometimes a special proximity to the sacred. Occasions to be marked by private or communal acts of religious observance, and cosmic rhythms of the sun, moon, planets, and stars become enshrined in the religious calendar. Dawn and sunsets are widely considered times of particular holiness, and there may be liturgies setting out the devotional acts to be performed at other times of the day, week, or year. Most traditions celebrate the New Year as a time of renewal in the life of an individual and the community, a moment of optimism in which the Numidians may be petitioned for blessings. The New Year is often linked with the agricultural cycle, making the end of the harvest or the beginning of the planting season. Sacred ceremonies, rites of passage, also mark the key moments of transition in the human life cycle, especially birth, sexual maturity, and marriage and death. In many traditions, it is also customary to perform acts in honor of one's ancestors. Such rites serve to guide individuals and families to the wider religious community in which they are a part. Great importance is also attached to the commemoration of momentous events in the history of religion, such as birth or death of a founder, pilgrimage to places associated with revered individuals, events, or objects constitutes a major form of worship in many traditions. Okay, real quick. This picture right here, pretty, huh? In the course of history, the same site may become sacred to succeeding religious groups. For example, the Great Umayyad Mesquite in Damascus, which is what I just showed you, constructed in 1705 through 1710 CE, was erected on the site of a Byzantine Christian church dedicated to St. John the Baptist, which itself had replaced a Greco-Roman temple to Jupiter / Zeus. And that was, one more time, that place right there. It was a very pretty place. Okay, and this picture right here, these people. Well, hold on. There we go. What are they doing? They are children ritually cleanse a statuette of the Buddha at the Zenkoji Temple in Nagano, Japan, during the Children's Day Festival. Such celebrations are an important way of involving worshippers in the religious life of the community at an early age. Okay, things 9 and 10 will be on the next recording.